Were you bamboozled? Do you believe in the movie Supersize Me that everything it's saying was pure fact? That all McDonald's food is bad, all it is bad for you, all you're gonna do is get fat, you're just gonna be unhealthy, blah, 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 blah. I eat McDonald's 7 to 10 times a week, and let me tell you why you've been scammed.
I mean, what would happen if I ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days straight?
We're gonna go way back to 2004, a guy named Morgan Spurlock, who created a movie that was supposed to be a biography talking about him eating at McDonald's, and it was called Supersize Me. Everybody knows about this. Not only did it go across your major movie theaters, and today it pops up on Netflix and some of your other streaming channels. So why is it that Supersize Me had such a cultural impact, not only here in the United States, but across the world? Let's look at the results right now of what Morgan Spurlock said happened while he was eating McDonald's for only 30 days. He had to try everything on the menu at least once, and he also had to limit his physical activity to walking less than 1.5 miles per day, because he said that's how much an average American walked in a day. During that time, he says he put on 24.5 pounds, and he had bad liver function, kidney function, and that he was close to becoming a diabetic. So one of the things is he had fatty liver disease, and during the movie he says, hey, this is fatty liver disease, very similar to what we would get out of someone who is a heavy alcohol drinker. Because of TV shows and movies, we think that bulls are agitated by the color red. You'll see the cape and you'll see the bulls chasing it because they hate red, right? Is that something that's true, or is it something that we've just been trained by our culture? It's something we've been trained. Sharks are big time man eaters. In the water with the shark, it's going to be extremely scary because of the movie Jaws. A lot of us also think that the Vikings, they used to wear these horned helmets and they would go around and take over and do everything, but they had these big old horns on their helmets, and that actually came from opera. So the same thing is happening to McDonald's, and now you have a lot of people that say that they don't want to eat McDonald's even though they eat McDonald's because they're doing it secretly, and it's because they feel like, hey, this stuff is unhealthy for you, but still I like it, still I want to do it, it's still fast, it's still easy, it's convenient. So did you know that the average McDonald's meal only has about 1,000 calories in it? That's the entree, the fries, and the drink, but he was eating over 5,000 calories a day. Morgan Spurlock, he never went back and showed his food log, meaning he didn't scientifically say, here's what I ate for breakfast, here's what I ate for lunch, here's what I ate for dinner, here's what I ate between, here's what I drank between. All of that type of information was not included when he released the film. Ta-da! So not only was he not telling us what he really ate, what he really drank, he didn't give us his food logs. So if we look at that all together and we say 600 calories for breakfast, 1,000 for lunch, 1,000 for dinner, we're at 2,600 calories a day. And then, all right, let's do the Supersize Me on top of it, another 170, we'll round that up to 200, and now we're at 3,000 calories a day, but he was eating over 5,000 calories a day, and he didn't log and tell us what he was actually eating, and he was drinking alcohol on top of it, and that's why he put on 24 pounds. So let me tell you what I eat on a daily basis at McDonald's, and I keep it very simple and something that I really enjoy, and that's why I can be healthy at 44 years old and eating McDonald's 7 to 10 times a week. My go-to for breakfast would be the Egg McMuffin, but I don't just go with the regular Egg McMuffin, which is 300 calories, 12 grams of protein. I put 2 eggs on top of it. Meal number 2 for the day is actually one of my favorites, and it's a bigger one. So I eat the double quarter pounder with cheese, and this one, generally speaking, has 750 calories in it and 49 grams of protein. But I like to do this one a little bit different because I do really like to have extra protein in my diet, and I like to cut the carbs. So sometimes I peel off pieces of the bun and I still want the ketchup and I want the pickles and the onions and I want all that goodness to be a part of it. But I probably pull off at least 150 calories every day. So now I'm down to 600 calories with 49 grams of protein. And that, my friends, that is meal number 2. And then meal number 3 for the day, generally speaking, is very similar to meal number 2 for the day, except I add bacon. So I'm looking at the double quarter pounder now with bacon, and it is delicious. Or I will do the deluxe double quarter pounder. You do add about 150 calories, but when I'm looking at what I'm trying to eat, me, myself, 2,500 calories per day, and I'm trying to get 179 grams of protein, I'm probably trying to get about 80 grams of fat and about 250 of carbs. So this is where I do supplement some other things. I try to eat some fruit, I eat some bananas, and then when I'm at McDonald's, I pick up our little apple slices. They're 15 calories per package, and they probably about a third an apple. And so I'll eat 2, 3, 4, 5 of these in a day because I'm trying to pick up the good carbohydrates that I can from the fruit, and I'm also trying to do it on a lower calorie way that's something's filling with some fiber. So let me tell you about a guy named John Cisna. He was a high school teacher in Iowa, and as a part of his class, he said, how about we do an experiment and we're gonna call it the McDonald's diet.
Is it possible for a person to become better off eating nothing but McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 90 days?
So he decided that he was gonna stay within the 2,000 calorie FDA recommendation, which 2,000 calories or less could eat anything on the menu, and then he would go for a walk. He did this for 90 days straight. He did it with his students. They were able to pick what menu items he was gonna eat, and he would go and order and buy and eat and do his walks and all those things. And guess what happened to him after 90 days? Yeah, he lost 37 pounds. So you look at different results coming, eating the same food, the same types of food, only eating McDonald's, versus Morgan, who was not really following any FDA recommendations, wasn't actually just eating the McDonald's diet, and was eating well over 5,000 calories a day while being an alcoholic. I mean, those things add up to create the different outcomes that you would perceive that they would. I have a local DJ here that I did the McDonald's diet with him twice. So he did it for 90 days here, and then he waited a few years, and then we did it for 90 days here. We had the same kind of results 2 times in a row. The first time he followed the diet, he lost 39 pounds. Then he did it again a few years later, having put the weight back on. And guess what? We had basically the exact same result again, following the McDonald's diet, just saying, hey, look, 2,000 calories a day, and you gotta, get up and go walk around a few times a week. But he did that and it worked. He had fries, he had ice cream, he had it all. He just had to stay under 2,000 calories a day, and it taught him one thing. It's like, all right, I'm gonna pick this item for breakfast, I'm gonna pick this item for lunch, and if I feel like having ice cream, then I've already balanced it out with what I ate earlier that day. Same thing all of us have to do. So why are so many people saying that they don't really like McDonald's, they don't wanna eat McDonald's to their friends, but then they go and eat behind their backs? Or why do people say, I don't like McDonald's, but yet they're there consuming and eating? It's part of it because some of the lies that they've been told over the years. Morgan, he was not honest. He lied. He drank. He didn't follow a regulated diet. It wasn't something that he even said what he was doing, what he was eating, what he wasn't eating. He tried to limit all his exercise. He did everything he could to try and destroy his body during that time. To do what? Make himself famous and try to make this movie successful. So he did, and he was lying. All he was trying to do was try to get some publicity, try to make some big exaggerated results so that he would have a story to tell. But that story was false. So what I'm telling you now is you have permission to go and eat and really partake in McDonald's, and to eat it as often as you want to fit within your personal dietary needs. I put McDonald's into my diet and it works very, very well for me. You can do the same thing, but just look and try to make sure that what you're eating is going to fit in everything that you need in the day. Now that you know what we really make at McDonald's and that it's good for you and healthy and you have permission, go eat it. If you got any value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe, and you'll be loving it.